I was fired from my very first job. I was fired from the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride. Did you all see that poster all over LA, that crazy thing? You know, it was like $60 to go to this thing, right? Yeah, I got fired, very first time. Now, okay, so let me tell you how this works. First of all, let me say this. I don't really like Halloween. I don't really like it. I don't want to dress up in a costume. It's kind of something that I have to do a lot. And also like all that like scaring people and, you know, like brings anxiety, and I kind of try to not have anxiety in my life. So I don't really care for Halloween. But anyway, I get a call to go to the audition, and I was like, you know, like I'll go, and you know, don't want to lose an opportunity and the recession and Y2K, I don't know. For some reason I'm like, I'm gonna go. So I get to the audition, and it is like every freak and geek, me included, at this call, right? It's leprechauns and hairy other things, and but I'm there. So they call us in 5 at a time to go into the room, right? And they've given us a script before we go in, and it's 6 pages long, telling about all the different scenes they're going to be doing. Do you know what a hayride is? First of all, have you been to one? It's okay. It's a Halloween thing. It's a wagon full of hay that they drag all around, and you go from scary scene to scary scene to scary scene to scary scene to scary scene, right? So they give us a list of all these scary scenes that they want us to act out. So I don't know what I'm doing. So I get in the room, and I'm the first person, and of course of the 5, and they say this is the line they want you to do. They want you to go. Make sure I get it right. Hey, hey, shh, hey. That's the line. And I'm first. Oh, Christopher, could you go? I'm like, yeah. So this is what I do. I go, hey, shh, hey. That's what they do. They're like, we get scared. I love it. That's great. So they go down the line, and they do, you know, each person does like their scary thing, and it kind of gets bigger and more, and they're like hanging on each other and whatever. Right, so that was the first thing, and then they're like, okay, now we just really get loose. If you need to stretch out, go ahead. And they put a chair in the middle of the room, and they make the 5 of us go around the chair in a circle, as kind of low to the ground, and we have to go ooh ah tee. And they say there's this thing you're worshiping in the middle, and you're going to go around and you're going to ooh ah tee. So we have to go around and go like ooh ah tee around in a circle. It's really, really stupid. I'm like, anyway. So I got through it, and I go over to my friend's house, and we're kind of laughing like, oh my god, I can't believe what I had to do today. It was whatever. Next day, email, congratulations, you've been cast in the Haunted Hayride. So I'm like, of course. Sometimes you're auditioning for Broadway shows, and sometimes you're trying to gig at the Griffith Park. So, first day of rehearsal, you know, it's outside, by the way. First day of rehearsal, well, I guess there was only one rehearsal, so it was just the rehearsal. It's raining. So I'm trying to think, like, in my head, like, okay, you know, it's gonna be okay, like, you're gonna see a part of Griffith Park you haven't seen before. You're gonna meet some new people you would have never met before, and you never spend time in the rain. You're gonna be in the rain. So I get to it, and they split us up in like our little crazy groups. And here's my group. My group is this one sort of drag queen who's gonna play Medusa, which I didn't even get to read for. Medusa. Some short dude that was gonna be like a doctor with a monkey, and his face was kind of ripped off, kind of that Dr. Moreau's Island. I don't know that movie, but you know, that kind of thing. There was some sort of young, cute 19-year-old whose job was to have a horn, one of those loud, annoying horns, and come out of a corn stalk and just go on a horn. Me, a girl maybe this high, and a boy maybe this high. Okay? And so they lead us over to our section where they're going to rehearse us, and it's where the lions and the tigers used to roam. And I think, well, that's kind of cool, and it's raining, and so we're in the thing, and they say, okay, there's this big thing, and you're going to circle around it, and you're going to go ooh-ah-tee. I'm like, oh, I nailed ooh-ah-tee. What is that? You know, you take what you can. And so I was like, I what you? I'm like, okay, what we need to do is you need to, this is the gig. You need to get as low to the ground as you can, and you're going to circle around. You're going to go, ooh, ah, tee, ooh, ah, tee, ooh, ah, tee, ooh, ah, tee. And as the trailer goes by, you're going to get scared, and you go back into the cave, right? And then, I was like, great, I can do that, no worries. So I do it, and they're like, oh, wonderful. Then as the wagon goes by, we have to, after it goes by, we have to crouch down as low as we can to get behind the trailer. Then, into the corn stalks. Then we run up a hill, past the doctor with the monkey, who's just like going, I got a monkey, past the guy with the horn, who goes, past the Medusa, who's like, don't look at me or turn to stone, or whatever she was saying, to the top of it, and then we have to then, as we get to the top of the hill, we have to jump out of the cornstalk and go, as it goes up, we run back down the hill, go back to our spot, and do it again. Every 2 minutes. So it's raining every 2 minutes, and it can't be serious, but their timing was terrible. It was their fault, because right after we learned that, and they said, listen, oh, we just want to know if you have any conflicts, or if there's any reason like you feel like you can't maybe do anything, would you let us know, why what you can't do, and that would really help us out. So I raise my hand. And I say, hi. First of all, they love me. I'm like, hi, it's me, remember you love me? And I say, listen, I'm really concerned, because I just know what my days are like. My days are very, very full. I'm sort of working. I have other things that I'm doing, and I know you expect me to do this from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. And I'm just concerned that, that it just might be a lot. And maybe there's something else of the 100 people that you've cast that I could do in the Haunted Hayride. I would be pleased. Well, now they're pissed. I'm not their favorite anymore. They're just, well, what do you mean? Well, every job here is going to be a lot of work. Every job. So I'm okay, well, you asked, and so I just was just saying I have some concerns about that. Well, I don't know, maybe you need to just go talk to Rita down the hill. Just go talk to Rita. I'm like, okay, who's Rita? Where's Rita? Meanwhile, so then they're like, well, just rehearse this a few more times. We rehearsed it a few more times. They're not looking at me at all. They're just over me. Finally, the head director girl, who kind of looks like Sutton Foster, random. But she's like, don't talk to Rita. So I go down to Rita and I tell Rita, and Rita has a huge freak out. Oh my God, you're not quitting on me. I'm like, no, I'm not quitting. I'm just letting you know I have concerns. They asked me if I have concerns. She's like, well, just go into the room and just find out where your costume is. So I get into the costume wagon, and the first thing they say to me is, will you shave your head? I was like, I'm not shaving my head. He's like, okay, well, what we're going to do is we'll put a ball cap on. That's fine. You'll get here early. We'll put a ball cap on you. We're going to spray your face white. We're going to spray your hands white. We're going to spray your feet white. And I say, I'm not wearing shoes? Like, oh, you're going to wear like these little flip-flops up and down a hill in cornstalks. I was like, that's not gonna work. So then they get, well, here's your costume. I swear to you, this is what they handed me. They handed me a 2-piece latex, black, thin, tight thing. Here and here, one size fits all. 6'5", girl that's here, boy that's here. Looks kind of good on them. Me, full. Right? So I'm like, and there's like one kind of gay costumer over to the side, he's like, he's not gonna be there. He knew I was over it. So, anyway, Rita comes running to the rescue. She's like, Christopher, I have it. This girl's gonna show up a little bit later. She's gonna be Demon Worshipper number 2. By the way, it was Demon Worshipper number 2. Which I thought was room for advancement. I could be 1. There. So, they're like, you're gonna be a zombie now. I'm in. I'm your zombie. Put dirty face on me. I'll Michael Jackson it up for you. Like, it's exactly what you would think it would be. I rehearsed it. They were like, you're wonderful. You're great. No worries. I was like, I'll just put, listen to Once on This Island in my ear. I'm in. So the next day, I'm like, feeling good. I'm hanging out with the people in my house, and just great, whatever. And someone calls. I don't know the number. Don't answer. And I listen to the message, and it's from the Haunted Hayride, and they say this: listen, Christopher, it's Rita from the Haunted Hayride, and we're just concerned about your energy level at the Haunted Hayride, and we think it's probably better if we just part ways now. thought I was a pretty good zombie. Anyway, so I immediately emailed back. I was like, hey, Rita, no worries, I got your email. Like, that's totally cool. Like, if you need me later, just let me know. In the meantime, you can send my check to and send. So that was my first firing job.